So in the moshiach, this week in the Torah we read Parashat Vayischa, and the beginning of the beginning of the parasha speaks about the waving of the Leviim. How the Leviim have some of them over here. They got waved. They got waved around. And Shav says you should wave them because they were taken instead of the V'cherim to serve for me in the Beis Hamikdash. Later on in the parasha, we have when that Hashem tells Moshe to gather all this kedim together. So the Esral Li Shivim Kedim, and the Sifri on the pasuk says every time it says Li, it's something nitzchi. So and it brings a whole bunch of examples. Part of the examples are V'hayu Li HaLeviim, that the Leviim will always be serving in the Beis Hamikdash, and Kadosh Li Kol V'cher, that also the V'cherim are going to be serving in the Beis Hamikdash. Based on this, Chaim explains in two places in Torah, say in the Berachos Yaakov, and also in Parashat Bamidbar, where it speaks about about the pidyon of V'cher. The Chaim explains that when Mashiach comes, the Avodah will go back to the B'cherim, and side the B'cherim, side the Leviim will serve, both of them will serve in the Beis Hamikdash. Because in the beginning, the way it was that the B'cherim were the ones designated to serve. The Rebbe Mahayash brings in Terei Shmuel, it speaks about how Adam Rishon was brought a korban. That was like a B'chor bringing the korban. And then afterwards, after the Chet Tzidas, so they lost the Kedusha. Then by the Chet Egel, after the B'cherim were able to do that. But then at the Chet Egel, they again lost the Kedusha and went back to the Leviim. That's why the B'cherim weren't able to do the Avodah anymore by the Chet Egel. Because of the Chet Egel, that all the Yidden served the Chet Egel. Besides for the Shevet Levi therefore took over the job until Mashiach comes, when it's going to be given back to the B'cherim. Now,
Shevet Levi get to keep it, or what happens to Shevet Levi?
Yeah, Shevet Levi also. So Hayud Li HaLeviim, Shevet Levi is also nitzchi. Mean that. So Shevet Levi also keep the Avodah, but the side of B'cherim, side Shevet Levi will both serve together in the Beis Hamikdash. Now, who's considered a B'cher? So there's two ways to what's considered a B'cher. There could be a B'cher to the father, meaning the first son that the father had, or there could be Dafka Pater Yechem, meaning the first son of the mother. For example, if someone married two wives, so only his first son is going to be the B'cher to his father. If a lady had already a child and then she got married to someone else, so only the first child that she had is the Pater Yechem. So the question is, which B'cherim will be serving the Beis Hamikdash? Ones that are the Pater Yechem specifically, or also the ones that are a B'cher to the father? So there's a letter, and it's brought in the Kodisichis in the Hisavos V'chein Lekid Aleph, about a question someone asked on the Alter Rebbe, which in the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch it's mashma, or it says that also someone who's just a B'cher to his father, when the Avodah was with B'cherim, was even someone who's a B'cher just to his father. And the person asks, how could this be? We find that the Kedusha of a B'cher is from what it says in the pasuk, Kadosh Li Kol V'cher, Pater Yechem B'nei Yisrael. It's speaking about Pater Yechem. So there brings four answers where the Alter Rebbe gets it from, that it's also a B'cher to the father. First of all, there's a Mishnah in Zvachim that says in the beginning, before the Beis Hamikdash was built, that you're allowed to bring a korban on a bama, on a mizbech outside the Beis Hamikdash, and the Avodah was with B'cheris. And the B'cheris is mashma that someone who's a B'cher to the father doesn't use Lashon Pater Yechem, rather B'cheris. Also, there's it says that what the Archaim brings about by Berachos Yaakov is about Reuven. Reuven was taken away from the B'cher was taken away from Reuven. And was given to Yehuda instead. The Kuna was given to Levi instead. So the So if there would be Pater Yechem, you'd also find this by Don and Gad and Yosef, because they're also the firstborn to their mothers. Of this, that it's Dafka by Reuven that the Kuno was taken away from. We see that it's an Indian of the Bechor to the father. And a third place is from the fight between Yaakov and Esav. So that Yaakov Dafka wanted to take the Bechor from Esav, and it says that really Yaakov was there's a question, why did Yaakov have to buy the Bechor? Really, he was the first one that came from the father. Yaakov came from the first tipa, and he should really deserve to be first. Why did he have to buy it? And from here we see that although Esav was the Pater Yechem, Esav came out first, but Yaakov really, the Indian didn't have to buy the Bechor. The reason he did buy the Bechor is because people don't know what happened over there, so this should be clear and obvious. So he bought it. But the reason he wanted to show that, but technically he didn't need to do it because he was the Bechor of the father. There's also in the Medrash that's mashma that when it says Aveda with Bechorim, it lav dafka means the firstborn. It means with choshev people. As firstborns are choshev. That means for choshev people. Yeah, and so based on that, if it's any choshev person, for sure, someone who's a bechor just to the father could also be doing this avodah in the Beis Hamikdash. The Rebbe gives these 4 answers, and then the Rebbe says, but it's still tzarich iyun, because the Tzemach Tzedek in Sefer Lekotim, the Tzemach Tzedek says that the whole reason why Bechorim was served when Mashiach comes, because the Viyim goes by the father, and Bechorim goes to the mother, and the Oslav is going to be in the Kevet Sefer Gever, and so therefore, since it's Bechorim that go by the mother, it's going to be the Bechorim that will serve. And so there we see it has to do with the mother. It finishes off Adayin Tzarich Iyun. So I guess we'll see. Now, what are the Bechorim going to do? Right, well, we say that the Bechorim are going to do the Avodah in the Beis Hamikdash. Which Avodah? There is the Kainim and the Levim. So the question really is, are they also going to do the Avodah of the Kainim? The Levim, for sure they're going to do. The question is, what about the Avodah of the Kainim? And this is based off of Machlekes, also in Zvachim. It's in the Gemara on that Mishnah. There's Machlekes where it says Hashem told Moshe HaKayanim Hanigashim al Hashem to make sure that these Kayanim don't stay away. They stay away from Har Sinai. And Machlekes, who are these Kayanim? One opinion says they're the Bechorim, and the other opinion says that it's not of an Avihu. And what's behind the Machlekes? So always from the beginning, the question is, who was meant to serve in the Beis Hamikdash from the beginning? According to one opinion, from the beginning the Kainim were meant to serve, and the Bechorim were meant to do the Avodah of the Leviim, meaning to help out the Kainim, to carry and to do the shiur and to help out the Kainim. But the Kainim were always meant to do the Avodah. Therefore, when Hashem says that Gam Kainim and Higashim, it's talking about not even a view of the Kainim, and up to that point the Bechorim would still do the Avodah of the Leviim. After the Chet Egel, then they lost even the Avodah of the Leviim. The other opinion says that the Bechorim from the beginning were meant to do the Avodah, the Kainim and the Leviim and the Kayanim, and therefore, and that's why the Kainim is referring to the Bechorim. By the Chet Egel, then they lost both. They lost it all, and the Kainim took the Kainim job, and the Leviim took the Leviim job. And the when Mashiach comes, so what are the Bechorim going to do? And they're going to also do the Avodah of the Kayanim. If the Bechorim will do just the Leviim's Avodah, also the Kayanim's Avodah. When is this going to be? There's a Sicha Chaf of Tavshin and Aleph. In the Ha'ara, it's mashma that there's going to be in the second Kufa. The first Kufa is going to be regular, and the second Kufa it's going to be that's when the Bechorim will start serving, but it's not clear. And there's Eves Ha'ara written about it in some Keres Aris. You can look it up. And So that's another thing that we'll find out. A few other things connected to this. Someone spoke over here by the Kinesteria about a Pidyon Ben when Mashiach comes. I don't remember everything he said, but the Nekuda is that if the whole reason we do Pidyon Ben, there's 2 times it says about the B'chayim. One time it says Kaddish li kol B'chayr. Hashem says all the B'chayr should be Kaddish, and then the second time it says to be in the middle of 6 about doing a Pidyon. There's 2 times. There's the Indian of that the B'chayim are Kaddish, and then the Indian of doing a Pidyon. So when Mashiach comes, that the B'chayim will actually be serving the Beis Mikdash. The B'chayim won't need to do an Indian of. We don't need to do Pidyon Even. Yes, I all the Kainim, but because they're going to be actually serving the Beis Mikdash, and this is brought down. I think the Samach Tzedek brings this also and say for the Kotim over there that Basdai won't be Shaykh Indian of Pidyon Even. There is also I saw what? It's a mitzvah in Torah, but the mitzvah is different. That meaning it's an Indian, you have to be paid, but you're giving the son himself. You're giving the. Someone spoke about the Kinnis Torah. He gave them all back and forth. I don't remember what his maskana was. And also I saw brought down about if you're going to be able to give matlis kuna to Bechor, because the reason matlis kuna, there are different reasons. One of the reasons is that because the Kainim are serving in the Beis Mikdash, so therefore they get the matanis, because they're busy working, so they get these matanis. The Bechayim are also working, they should also get the matanis. And even if you're going to say that the Kainim get the matanis because they don't have a chilek in Eretz Yisrael, and the Bechayim do have a chilek, when Mashiach comes, Shevet Levi will also have a chilek. So there's also a question brought if the Bechayim will have to wear big day kuna, or if it's Indian daka for Kainim, or also Bechayim who serve have to wear big day kuna. Big day sheiros, yeah. There's a Stam from the Kodesh about the Indian of Bechayim serving last Navi. Stam also connected the Kainim and Levim. We know that they're going to switch, but that doesn't mean they're actually going to switch. It means the Kainim will have the Neshamas of Levim, and the Levim will have the Neshamas of Kainim. So it comes out that when Mashiach comes, there's going to be Kainim with Levim Neshamas and Bechayim doing the Kainim's Aveda, and the Levim with Kainim's Neshamas and Bechayim.
What does that mean?
It means that they're going to be going Hepech their Teva somehow, and Kain is Isha Chesed and Levi's Gvura.
The Levim are going to be in the Chesed.
So when Mashiach comes, Gvura is going to be Ikar. So the Kainim will have the Indian of Gvura. They're going to be the Ikar. They're going to have the Gvura, and the Levim are going to be the Indian of Chesed. But they're still going to serve the same thing. And the Bechayim are going to serve together with them. And we're ready. Right? And the main thing is that you have the Aveda, the Mikdash, the Meshvar, and Imam, and the Rebbe taking us out of Golnos now. Here, the name of Moshiach, then Avad. Here, the name of Moshiach, then Avad. Here, the name of Moshiach, then Avad.